In the book of Judges, chapter 3, verse 1, it says, "And they will sit down sorrowfully, remorsefully, dejectfully, and wonder what happened." This was the case of Arsenal Football Club yesterday as they get humiliated, defeated by my beloved club, Manchester United. 3 goals to 1. Arsenal got defeated. Yes. Good morning to another thrilling, beautiful, scintillating, and exciting episode of Sport Dialogue with New Water TV. I'm your humble host, your sport presenter, Alex Adiola QF, Empress Sabanati, and I'm here to give you all the download of how that match went down yesterday, and other matches in all the top leagues in the world. Also, with a lot of sport news, the tennis, and all other sporting activities that went down yesterday, days back. So stay tuned with us as we're going to give it to you back to back. Be right back. Sport lovers, as I said earlier, I said we have a lot of sporting news to give. So we are starting with the Formula 1. Yes, in the Formula 1, Max Verstappen won the Dutch Grand Prix. Yes, he's a Dutchman. He won in his home. It was a beautiful and a thrilling, captivating, race, which sees a lot of dramas happening in that race. And Max Verstappen, at the end, was crowned the winner of the race. Max Verstappen still win in front of the home crowd after the late safety car drama that happened in the race. It was an hard-fought victory for the Dutchman in the Dutch Grand Prix in his home. And, Lewis Hamilton dropped from the race favourite to 4th on the standings. After, I don't really know what is happening in the Mercedes team this season. They have not been very, very good. They have not been at their best since the commencement of the Formula 1 2022-2023 season. They have not been at their best. So the next race is happening in Italy. Yes, the Italian Grand Prix. This is the next race. It's going to be a back-to-back races for Formula 1. So Max Verstappen has extended the lead at the top of the standing, while Lewis Hamilton is struggling, to gain consistency and momentum in this Formula 1 2022-2023 season. Moving on from there, should we say this is a bittersweet news, or it's a good one, but too fast to happen, Serena Williams has finally joined the curtain on her illustrious career. Remember, you will recall that she, at one point, weeks back, said she doesn't want to use the word retiring. She devised the use of evolving. So finally, the evolving art, or I don't even know how to put it, has finally come. And this happened after she lost a third round match against, a better player in that match. She has decided to leave the throne as the queen. And she has said goodbye to the sport that has made her famous and simply a star. You cannot mention tennis without mentioning Serena Williams. She is a star. She is a star in that field. The US star shows only, what really enticed me and makes me happy about how all this ended is that the first way she started as a pro, that's where she ended. She made sure that she ended on a beautiful note in her hometown, the US Open. And Serena Williams is a Syria and a celebrated winner in the US Open. You cannot mention US Open without mentioning Serena Williams. So the Shepherd gave it her all in that match against Ajla Tomajanovic, but at the end she lost the match. But it's very, very difficult to compare the legend of Serena Williams' one goal achieved. She has achieved a whole lot. If you look at the number of titles she has won, she had a total of 23 Grand Slam titles. Wow, 23 Grand Slam titles. She has been the best. She has won virtually every competition she has competed in. 7 Australia Opens, 7 Wimbledon, 6 US Open title, 3 Roland Garros. A lot of individual titles as well. After a match which she lost, it was everybody were there to give her a standing ovation. They shared her up. It was a very, very honorable and sweet moment when she was giving her farewell speech. After she is going to evolve into another stage in her life. Congratulations, Serena Williams. You have made us proud, a Black American, doing what she knows to do best. She has finally drawn out the curtain on an illustrious career as she's evolving away from tennis. we hope to see her again anyway, maybe in an exhibition match or maybe a friendly or a fundraising ceremony. But let's see if Serena Williams is going to be back. And note, she ended by signaling praise to her sister. She said there can't be a Serena without having a Venus. And she paid a tribute to her late father, King Richard. I don't know if you have watched the movie King Richard before. Go check out that movie, King Richard, and let's see how Serena Williams and Venus Williams rose to limelight. So from there, we move to boxing. Yeah, boxing. Tyson Fury has stated that he is coming out of retirement and is going to name his next opponent come next week. Yes, there's been eavesdrop, a lot of rumors that he's going to fight Alexander Usyk for all the titles in the heavyweight. But Usyk has come out to say that he's not ready to fight again this year, that he needs to spend time with his family. And a prospective fight with Tyson Fury will come up sometimes next year. So Tyson Fury has stated this as the reason why he's going to choose another opponent, and which is built and scheduled, and primed to mention or to announce come next week. Let's see if the Gypsy King will come out of retirement to, continue his unbeaten record, or maybe the opposite will be the case.
Hey, Tyson Fury here, aka the Gypsy King, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world, as you can tell. I think you've all heard that I'm going to be fighting soon, within the next few months. And I think that before I announce an opponent, that I need to do this, just in case. Anthony Joshua, I know you've just lost a fight to Usyk and you're beltless at the moment. And I'd like to give you an opportunity to fight me for the WBC Heavyweight Championship of the World and the Lineal Championship in the next few months. You're coming off a 12-round fight, so you're match fit, you're ready. I'm giving you a few months' notice. If you're interested, I'll send you the date over and we can rumble. A Battle of Britain for the WBC Heavyweight Championship of the World. Let me know if you're interested. If not, I will select another opponent. Thank you very much and good night.
So guys, stay tuned. When we come back, we'll be focusing mainly on football. We're focusing mainly on football, where we'll give you all the round of matches and how Arsenal got defeated against Manchester United. Stay tuned. So welcome back, guys, to the footballing cycle of. We are starting with the Italian Serie A, where we have the match between AC Milan and Inter Milan, which ended 3-2. 2 goals by AC Milan forward Rafael helped the defending champion fight back from a goal down to end a 3-2 win over local and arch rival Inter Milan on Saturday in their 5th Serie A match of the season. Inter Milan midfielder Marcelo Brozovic scored the first goal in the 21st minute. Then Rafael of AC Milan leveled 7 minutes later. Also, Giroud completed the comeback in the 54th minute before Leo had his second goal in the 60th minute to extend the lead. So, which makes AC Milan defeat Inter Milan 3-2 goals in their encounter on Saturday. From there, we're going to be talking about the France League 1. Yes, the France League 1. We are focused on the PSG match against Nantes. Nantes were reduced to 10 men, then PSG won 3 goals against them. Kylian Mbappe scoring 2 goals, Then in the match that saw former Manchester United fullback Fabio sent off on a challenge on the PSG player, which makes Nantes reduced to 10 men. So Mbappe scored and also scored the winning goal in the 90 minutes after the halftime, before Nuno Mendes added the icing to the cake, which makes PSG strengthen their grip atop the Ligue 1 position. Then in the Spanish La Liga, Real Madrid defeated Real Betis. Yes, 2-1. First goal from Vinicius Junior. It was a cool and calmly collected goal, which he locked over the Real Betis goalkeeper. Then from there, Real Betis equalized before Rodrigo scored the winning goal. Yes, scored the winning goal in the 65th minute of the encounter, which ended 2-1. Barcelona as well won against Sevilla 3-0, where we had goal scorer from Rafinha and Robert Lewandowski. Then Atletico Madrid drew 1-1 against Real Sociedad, leaving them 7th in the league. Since the start of the league, Atletico have not been so impressive in the campaign this season. We hope to see if they will revitalize themselves and sustain themselves to be a force to be reckoned with in that league. So the Spanish Liga has been topped by Real Madrid, followed by Barcelona Football Club. Then Atletico Madrid is in the 7th position. Then from there, we're moving on to the English Premier League, where the attention is being turned into right now. In the English Premier League, Leicester City keeps getting worse day by day. They lost 5-2 to Brighton. I do not know why Leicester have not been doing so well in the league this season. They lost 5-2. Iheanacho scored for Leicester before in the first minute strike for Iheanacho before Graham Potter men started scoring. In fact, the second half was a goal scoring free for Brighton as they scored numerous goals in the second half, which later ended 5-2 in favor of Brighton. And ultimately, Brighton has gone on to 4th position, flogging Manchester United. It was a good match for Brighton. They have been impressive since the start of the campaign, winning matches, scoring a lot of goals, and now they are being rewarded by standing on the 4th position, starting in the 4th position of the English Premier League. Then Chelsea won against West Ham 2-1, and this was courtesy of Chelsea super sub Ben Chilwell and Kai Havertz. Scored after Michael Antonio, gave West Ham the lead in the match, which later made Chelsea bringing on Ben Chilwell, Kai Havertz into the game, and which ultimately rewarded into a good, productive positivity. And Chelsea ended the match winning 2-1. Also, Tottenham Hotspur played Fulham, and Kane, was decisive in that match as well. Also, Mitrovic, even despite the defeat, keeps his goal scoring form continue. He scored in that match as well. And Kane scored, Mitrovic scored. Good news for FPL managers, and they're doing very well. And it's safe to say that Nottingham Forest has bought a lot of players this season. Over 18 players, new acquisitions, and yet they have not, maybe they have not gelling together, or we need to know what is the reason why they are not doing very well, even the fact that they have bought a lot of players. Then the match against Manchester City and Aston Villa ended 1 goal apiece. There we have Haaland scoring as well, and it was assisted by Kevin De Bruyne. But a brilliant strike from Leon Bailey savaged a point for Steven Gerrard's side, which makes them shed 1 point apiece. So Manchester City are 2nd on the table, while Villa are 17th on the table. So it was a beautiful goal. Haaland scored his goals in 6 matches. Yes, 6 matches. Haaland has beautifully announced his arrival to the English Premier League and has been doing well in front of goals, scoring back-to-back hat-tricks, braces, and yes, again, yesterday, day before yesterday, he scored another goal to make it 10 goals, double figure in just 6 Premier League matches. So we have a contender for the Premier League Golden Boot in person of Erling Haaland. Now moving on from there, we are going to be talking about the most anticipated news we have been waiting for: Manchester United versus Arsenal Football Club. Before that match, Arsenal have been very impressive, winning their first 5 matches. It was a very good run-of form for Mikel Arteta's side, but they faced the Red Devils and they got defeated by the Red Devils 3-1. How did it happen? Marcus Rashford scored a brace, and Manchester United new boy Anthony scored a beautiful left strike goal in that match before Bukayo Saka, equalized. Then Marcus Rashford brace came afterwards. Barcelona winger signed from Ajax a left-footed strike in the 35th minute in the match before Arsenal leveled again through Bukayo Saka for the first goal of the season for him. Then Manchester United restored the lead 6 minutes later after that goal, where Rashford raced through ball to finish. Then Rashford scored courtesy a Christian Eriksen As you know, the first 2 matches of the season for Manchester United have been very, very negative, losing, to those two teams, Brighton, and but Manchester United has proven that no, they can be a force to be reckoned with. That is why they have gone on 4 matches unbeaten. Now, from 20th in the league, they are now 5th in the league. And guys, today's episode have been very, very news-filled and entertaining, coupled with the fact that Manchester United defeated Arsenal. Tyson Fury announcing he's coming back from retirement to fight again. Serena Williams finally evolving from tennis to another place. So guys, stay tuned with us. Every episode of Sport Dialogue on Water TV, it promises to be a blast. So it's a wrap on today's episode. Thank you for staying tuned. Thank you for viewing us. Do not forget to follow us on our social media handle at New Water TV. And also, do not forget to watch this episode and previous episode of Sport Dialogue on our YouTube channel at New Water TV. See you next time, next week, as we give you another beautiful sporting news come next week. I remain your humble host, QF Alex Ajibola, Empress Sabanetti. See you next week.